And narcissists abuse the system even when it isn't against another person. Narcissists are just naturally abusive people. And when I use the word abusive, I don't mean like fighting and this, that, and the third. I mean mishandling, misrepresenting, misappropriating. That's what abuse is, right? This man, Trinity's father, one day we were in the car. I think I told this story before, but I didn't tell the outcome. We're in the car and he gets pulled over, right? He was driving what kind of car he had? He had a Dodge Durango. And so he's driving all wild and crazy on the highway, right? We get pulled over. I'm in the passenger seat. He opens the armrest to give the officer his ID. And the officer saw that he had several IDs in the ding dang armrest. He had one for Florida, one for New York, one for Virginia. And I want to say it was even a Jersey one in there. If there was a Jersey one, it was definitely fraudulent. But all the other ones were valid licenses. He went to all these various different places and got a new license. Like he was a resident there. So mind you, hadn't been a resident of New York for quite some time, was never a resident of Florida. He only visited there. And then he was a resident of Virginia. So the officer was like, sir, what? Come on now. Because you're just going to let me see it. Now I got to do something about it. You know what I'm saying? So the officer let him know that the Florida one was suspended. The New York one was revoked. And then, of course, he had like some tickets. It was a whole bunch of shit. Like all the licenses was fucked up. And so he ends up getting this ticket. So he has to go to court. I was at the time pregnant with my daughter and I was bedridden. I wasn't supposed to be going nowhere doing that. And I never left the house. I was very reclused, right? He tells me I needed to go with him to go to court. And I was like, why? He was like, well, if I get arrested, then you're going to have to drive the car home. And I was like, I don't have a license. Nigga, that's going to put me in the same position you're already in right now. So I go to court with him, was never going to drive that car because I was never going to drive that car. Anyway, we get in court and I swear this this judge was an Eastern Star woman. She had to be because there's no way he should have walked out of that courtroom. But anyway, she goes through the motions of, what all he did and so on and so such and that, everything. And then I want to say he ended up having to take like a driving improvement class or something. But long and short, what ended up happening was he had me stand next to him in the ding dang court. And he was like, this is my girlfriend. She's pregnant. Actually, he said, this is my fiance. She's pregnant. And I'm the only one who can take care of her. She has a high risk pregnancy. She's on bed rest and all this stuff. And I'm thinking, what the fuck? The same nigga who walk around the house acting like I'm an inconvenience to him because I have constant morning sickness is now using me as an alibi. And the judge just was like, let him go. I was like, what is happening here?